Bennifer is one of the most recognizable names in the Hollywood Hills, or was. Let's cover the epic rise and fall of J-Lo and Ben Affleck's love story. They fell in love at first sight. Jennifer Lopez admitted that after meeting Ben Affleck, she fell in love with him right away, and that something inside of her had changed. J-Lo was still married to her ex-husband, Chris Judd, when the two first met in 2002 while filming the movie Geekly.
Do we know each other?
Not yet.
However, she had an immediate connection with the actor that was evident both on and off film, and soon after, she and Judd ended their marriage, and she and Affleck made their romance public. "This is it, I felt like," the singer recalled, telling People in 2016. The couple faced constant media attention as the crazy tabloid and paparazzi age began, and soon after, Bennifer was born. The audience couldn't get enough of Affleck's legendary performance in her Jenny from the Block music video, as well as her star-studded red carpet appearances. And then they announced their engagement. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez chose to tie the knot shortly after Bennifer was born in the summer of 2002. The couple popped the question in a flash, only a few months after their romance made headlines. In November of that year, J-Lo broke the news to Diane Sawyer, saying that Ben proposed with a pink solitaire diamond that was reputedly valued at an incredible $2.5 million at the time. Though Lopez first admitted to Sawyer that she believed Affleck to be a stereotypical Hollywood bad boy, or skirt chaser as she called him, he eventually disproved her claims. She described him as brilliantly smart, loving, charming, affectionate, adding, "And I just admire him in every way." Regarding Affleck, he acknowledged that the foundation of their extraordinary relationship was his close connection with Lopez. Because she was married, there was no thought of a romantic relationship, so that created the opportunity to get to know each other without any of the falseness that goes with courtship, because you're trying to make a good impression, he stated to Vanity Fair in 2003. "I didn't try to change anything about myself, and she didn't either." The media tore them apart though. Their initial breakup appeared to be caused by the media circus that encircled every step Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck made together.
Well, that didn't help.
The couple had originally intended to tie the knot in the autumn of 2003, but they changed their minds because of the attention the tabloids were receiving at the time. When we found ourselves seriously contemplating hiring 3 separate decoy brides at 3 different locations, we realized that something was awry. The couple said in a statement to People at the time, "We felt what should have been a joyful and sacred day could be spoiled for us, our families, and our friends." The pair broke up shortly after in January 2004, suggesting that their breakup only seemed to become worse after it happened. In a 2022 interview with Apple Music via Elle, J-Lo blamed their split on a lack of maturity, admitting, "We weren't ready to deal with and look at each other and go, what we have is real, we need to buckle down, we need to do some work, we just weren't there yet." They ended up marrying other people. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck found love with other people after their dream wedding fell through. Sadly for Lopez, Affleck's romantic interest was named after his former fiancée. In 2004, the actor began dating Jennifer Garner, his former co-star, and the two got married in 2005. Together, Garner and Affleck would go on to have 3 children, a son named Samuel and 2 daughters named Violet and Serafina. Regarding J-Lo, she wed her longtime musical partner Marc Anthony in 2004 in her Los Angeles home in a far less public ceremony than the one that was supposed to be her and Affleck's. In 2008, Lopez gave birth to fraternal twins Em and Max, and she also adopted 4 other children from Anthony's past relationships as stepmothers. Even those marriages didn't work out though. All of the Bennifer aficionados may now feel hopeful because neither of Jennifer Lopez's nor Ben Affleck's subsequent relationships ended happily. Following their announcement of their impending divorce in 2015, Affleck and Jennifer Garner declared their separation, although they remained cordial and shared co-parenting of their 3 children. Ultimately, in 2018, 3 years subsequent to their separation being public knowledge, the ex-couples concluded their divorce. Affleck speaks highly of his former wife, however, telling People in 2020, "When you have children with somebody, you're connected to them forever. And I'm lucky she is the mother of my children. I'm very grateful and respectful of her."
Jen is a superhero mom. She's an amazing mother.
The split between Marc Anthony and Lopez was made public in 2011. A year later, Anthony filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable irreconcilable differences as the reason for the breakup. 2014 saw the finalization of their divorce, but the two went on to work together in the music business and remained friendly in the years that followed. They even had a moment on stage 2 years later. If you want to get along with a woman, just get divorced, Anthony joked to Extra TV about their post-divorce relationship. Eventually, J-Lo and Ben got back together. In July of 2021, to the surprise of millions of admirers worldwide, Bennifer made a triumphant return. J-Lo published a picture of herself and her ex-boyfriend Ben Affleck on Instagram, in addition to a plethora of other sweltering swimsuit pictures in honor of her 52nd birthday. She captioned the photo saying, "5'2", what it do?" A few months later, the two walked the red carpet together for the first time in almost 2 decades at the premiere of Ben Affleck's movie, The Last Duel. They looked to have struck gold the second time around as they went on to make appearances together at other Hollywood events, such as the Met Gala. When Lopez told People in 2022, "I feel so lucky and happy and proud to be with him. It's a beautiful love story that we got a second chance." They got engaged again. In 2022, Jennifer Lopez became engaged for the 6th time, but who's keeping track? In April of that year, the celebrity revealed in her On the J-Lo newsletter that Ben Affleck had proposed to her with a massive diamond. In the video, Lopez listens to her song Dear Ben while flashing a sparkler on her ring finger. Saying via Extra TV, Ben came in and he got down on one knee and he said some things that I'll never forget. And he pulled out a ring and said, "Will you marry me?" Clearly overcome with emotion by her thrilling new journey, J-Lo described it as the most perfect moment. Lopez disclosed that Affleck had gifted her a green diamond, citing it as her lucky color and favorite hue. And they tied the knot in Vegas. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez were married in an unexpected ceremony in Las Vegas, only a few months after Ben proposed. The singer gave People an account of the memorable day, saying that their kids witnessed the wedding. "It's a beautiful outcome that this has happened in this way at this time in our lives, where we can really appreciate and celebrate each other and respect each other," Lopez exclaimed. She added, "We always did, but we have even more of an appreciation because we know that life can take you in different directions," as she thought back on how their special love story had come full circle. They moved in together and even got matching tattoos. Something about permanent ink says commitment. When Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez got matching tattoos to commemorate their recent move-in together and love, it felt like exactly what was on their minds. Lopez revealed the news in an interview with Today that the couple moved in together in January of 2023. "We moved in together, the kids moved in together, so it's been like a really kind of emotional transition." She went on to say, "But at the same time, all your dreams coming true, it's just been a phenomenal year." After years of searching for the perfect place to live, the couple bought an over $60 million property jointly in May 2023. The Beverly Hills estate featured 12 rooms, 24 bathrooms, a heated pool and hot tub, pickleball and basketball courts, and breathtaking views of the mountains. But then, the divorce. When Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez hadn't been spotted together for more than a month in May 2024, it seemed like problems were starting to arise in their relationship. Later that month, the pair was spotted together at Affleck's daughter Violet's graduation ceremony, but tensions quickly escalated. The actor was sleeping at a nearby rental when he was spotted packing up his belongings from their shared house in late June, according to a source who spoke with People. The magazine was informed by an insider in August of that year that the couple was divorcing. The insider told People, "Jennifer is trying to find a new home to start fresh." On the day they got married in Georgia 2 years prior, J-Lo filed for divorce from Affleck later that month, and she filed irreconcilable differences.
J-Lo and Ben are on the rocks. There are so many signs that they're heading for a divorce. To be honest, they just seem like they exhaust and annoy each other to the point where they can't even hide it from fans. Ben is living separately from J-Lo and they haven't been seen in public together for months. I'm gonna take you through some moments that are so awkward and cringeworthy. It's really sad.
Like every time I think I've kind of bitten off more than I can chew, I bite off more.
In the same month that Ben Affleck was filmed slamming the car door, the passenger side where his wife Jennifer Lopez was sitting, the A-list couple was spotted having another fight while on the road. This time, it was at Beverly Hills traffic light, and the tension appeared to come to a head. A tourist from Europe struck tabloid gold when he happened to pull up across the couple in the full throes of an argument in Ben's electric SUV. The fact that the pair had rolled down the windows had made it even clearer that all was not well in the Bennifer household. There was a lot of hand gestures, and the passerby who shot the footage told the Daily Mail Ben was waving his hands up and down. It looked heated. J-Lo looked a little bit sad. They were so deep in conversation that they didn't even look to the side once. They only looked at each other in the traffic light. It clearly looks heated on his end, a discussion or an argument. There were no other cars or people on the street. Of course, this wouldn't be the last time that they would experience a spot of public road rage either. In 2023's The Mother, Jennifer Lopez takes center stage as an ex-American military operative who must come out of retirement to help save her kidnapped teenage daughter.
You put her with good people. Keep her safe.
A tough mission for sure. But an even bigger one appeared to be, don't fall out with a husband at its red carpet premiere. Yes, once again, Bennifer looked like they'd rather be anywhere else than side by side when they attended the event at the Westwood Residency Village Theater in Los Angeles. Jenny would have benefited from turning her frown upside down, while Ben seemed to be angry. The couple tried to convince the cameras that all was well, flashing their smiles, locking their lips, but these hasty public displays of affection didn't convince social media, with one commenter tweeting, "She's stressing him out, LOL," and another posting, "He's already sick and tired of her." Anyone who's had to accompany their other half shopping can no doubt relate to Ben Affleck's irritation during a bit of New Year retail therapy with J-Lo. The A-list couple had decided to ring in 2024 with some high-end boutique shopping in St. Bart's, a popular vacation destination with the celebrity crowd. But Ben appeared to be at the end of his rope when Jenny began looking at various Bulgari pieces. At one point, Ben even threw his hands up in frustration, having previously been asked to take numerous photos of Jennifer wearing the same necklace from different angles as she posed in the mirror. Luckily, the pair seemed to patch things up pretty quickly, as they were soon pictured embracing, making sure to take selfies at the same time, of course. Jennifer already had a jewelry collection apparently worth millions, including her 6.1 carat engagement ring given to her by Ben when they first got engaged, and her 8.5 carat upgrade that he most recently proposed with. Apparently, her new engagement ring was said to have costed $10 million. In what proved to be a prolific 2024 for Jennifer Lopez, the multi-talent gave fans a behind-the-scenes glimpse into her life with the Amazon documentary, The Greatest Love Story Never Told. Its title was inspired by a collection of love letters that Ben Affleck sent her that were intended to be strictly private. Unfortunately for Ben, she shared all of the contents. In the documentary, it's revealed that Jennifer Lopez allows her music collaborators to read the letters as inspiration for her album sequel, This Is Me Now. But when Ben walks in on the reading session, things got super awkward. He told the camera, "I did really find the beauty in the poetry and the irony and the fact that it's greatest love story never told, but if you're making a record about it, that kind of seems like telling it. Things that are private I always felt are sacred and special because in part they're private, so this was something of an adjustment for me." Interestingly, in 2021, Ben revealed to Howard Stern that the media intrusion was about 50% responsible for ruining their relationship the first time around. Bennifer loves arguing in cars. When a nosy fan walked by, they recorded some footage of the couple arguing. The footage in question inspired many lip readers to attempt an interpretation, and although one particular TikToker managed to decipher certain phrases, we're still none the wiser as to what it was all about. This was the first time that the power couple had been pictured together in 2 months following rumors that there was trouble in their marriage. A foolish reporter dared to bring up the subject of J-Lo's marriage during a press conference to promote Netflix's original movie Atlas. "You know better than that," she replied. This is when she was asked if she was divorcing Ben. Her co-star Simu Liu also leaped to her defense, responding, "Okay, we're not doing that. Come on, don't come in there with that energy." But I mean, she didn't say no. There are red flags in Jennifer and Ben's relationship that fans just can't ignore.
Because it made me think about it a lot.
They're considered one of Hollywood's hottest couples, and the pair's whirlwind romance, lovingly referred to as Bennifer by fans, was the talk of the town back in the early 2000s before their official split in 2004.
Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez step out with their respective wedding rings amid rumors they have broken up.
They currently face several relationship red flags that may place their marriage and family dynamics at risk. So what are the biggest red flags in Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck's relationship? They have different values. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck have demonstrated stark differences in the way they approach their careers. Life in the limelight demands a lack of true privacy, which inevitably takes its toll. However, J-Lo has proven that this is not always the case, as she has always embraced her celebrity status and thrived within the entertainment industry. On the other hand, Ben has a history of drinking too much, and in the past he used drinking as a crutch to handle the less exciting aspects of stardom. For this reason, Ben values his privacy, and this likely causes tension in the marriage.
Ben Affleck has hit a breaking point with J-Lo.
In Jenny's documentary, The Greatest Love Story Never Told, which spans her career and personal life, Ben admitted to struggling with his wife's need to publicize their relationship. Getting back together, I said, "Listen, one of the things I don't want is a relationship on social media." Then I sort of realized it's not a fair thing to ask. It's sort of like you're gonna marry a boat captain and you go, "Well, I don't want the water." We're trying to learn to compromise. The celebrity lifestyle doesn't make it easy to settle down, especially for someone like Jennifer Lopez, who always seems to have a project on the go. I'm still Jenny from the block. Work is always a top priority for J-Lo, so they are on 2 completely different pages most of the time, an insider revealed to US Weekly. At the same time, it's important for the individual to support their partner's career. Therefore, it raised a few brows when Jennifer Lopez attended the 2024 Met Gala solo, despite being one of the co-chairs. Ben Affleck's absence was a deliberate attempt to give him some breathing room, a source shared with OK. And of course she was a little hurt, but she knows he loves her. He just needed a break from the red carpets and publicity that she craves.
People are projecting something onto me that I don't feel about myself at all.
On May 16, 2024, Jennifer sparked divorce rumors by liking an Instagram post shared by relationship coach Niletta Marzak. The post calls out major relationship red flags and explains how you can't build a healthy relationship if your partner doesn't respect your time or lacks integrity, emotional safety, and effective communication skills. Additionally, the post states that you cannot build a strong relationship with people who don't truly know themselves. While unfortunate that J-Lo's online activity is open to public scrutiny, it's interesting that she would like a revealing post while struggling with relationship problems. There was a TikTok video posted by the Daily Mail dating from May of 2023, which shows Ben Affleck opening a car door for Jennifer Lopez, and in the video, which has almost 800,000 likes, Ben Affleck closes the door by dramatically swinging his arm, slamming it.
You got it.
One user in the comment section wrote, "He's always miserable. It must be exhausting for her, and honestly, he doesn't seem worth it." Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez did decide to reunite, but that doesn't mean it was the right move, as they fell back into their relationship quite quickly and tied the knot not too long after. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck are facing numerous divorce rumors and speculation.
Ben Affleck has hit a breaking point with J-Lo.
After 20 years of separating, the couple decided to give it another go. Was this a mistake? There are so many hints that the couple isn't doing well, including the fact that they are living apart. Ben is renting an Airbnb away from Jennifer for $100,000 a month. Not a good sign.
You're gonna marry a boat captain, and you go, well, I don't like the water.
I'm gonna be taking you guys through some of the most awkward moments that they've faced in the media. Jennifer Lopez was certainly determined to show off the fact that she was in a relationship with Ben Affleck when she released her 2002 album, This Is Me Then. Not only did she name one of its tracks Dear Ben, but she also roped in her actor boyfriend to appear in the video for its lead single, Jenny from the Block. Unfortunately, the public displays of affection that appeared in the latter didn't go down well with the public, or Ben himself for that matter. Ben admitted that he was uncomfortable with all the locking lips, cuddling, and general body contact that went down in the slightly cringeworthy promo. If I ever regret, it was doing the Jenny from the Block music video. But that happened years ago and I moved on. He also said, it not only makes me look like a petulant fool, but it surely qualifies as ungentlemanly. For the record, did she hurt my career? No. Just a few months after their first engagement, Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck attended the 75th Academy Awards together. They ended up making the headlines due to a photo that was taken of them locking lips. In the offending photo, Ben and Jenny can be seen locking lips in just one of their countless displays of public affection. Jen seems committed to the peck, and Ben is looking elsewhere, apparently uninterested.
No goodbye, no see you later, no nothing. Just left.
One particular moment in the film Geely had people cringing. In the scene where Jenny's gangster commands Ben's mobster to show off his bedroom skills with the phrase, "It's turkey time, gobble gobble gobble." These 6 words instantly guaranteed this film a place in Hollywood's Hall of Shame, and for many, remains the most embarrassing exchange in the power couple's history. Ben and Jenny split 5 months after the box office Turkey's release.
It was all like nothing really special.
Speaking to Entertainment Weekly in 2022, Ben spoke about how he felt at the time. The funny name, the Jennifer Lopez romance, and overexposure of that, it was kind of a perfect storm. And I remember talking to Marty the Friday it came out, and I was like, it's just spectacular. It's a tsunami. Couldn't be worse. This is as bad as it gets. Just days after getting married, Ben and Jenny were spotted having an intense conversation. The conversation indicated that there was already trouble in paradise. Ben acted with some incredibly animated body language and facial expressions to get certain points across, and although Jenny listened to his every word, her seat shifting suggested that she might not have been entirely comfortable with what he had to say. Social media once again claimed that Ben Affleck was the pure definition of miserable when he turned up to the 2023 Grammy Awards with Jennifer Lopez. Ben spawned another wave of memes thanks to his demeanor at the music ceremony and the tension with host Trevor Noah. Apparently J-Lo and Ben exchanged some words which resulted in him getting up from the table and leaving her there with Trevor Noah. So awkward. We're gonna get into some other seriously awkward moments. Fans did their thing and found other examples of these two in passive-aggressive mode, and this included the time they attended the premiere of Shotgun Wedding. But in the footage taken at the after party, they once again appear to be in some type of dispute. In the offending clip, which lasts a little more than 7 seconds, Ben Affleck can be seen trying to get his point across, while a seemingly uninterested J-Lo takes a gulp of her cocktail drink. You can legit feel them exhausting one another, remarked one TikTok user about the interaction. However, Bennifer also had their defenders, with another commenting, seriously, people listen to one podcast about body language language and think they've got a full degree and 30 years of experience. Never let it be said that Ben Affleck isn't a gentleman. Even when he appears to have the weight of the world on his shoulders, he still finds the time to open and close the passenger door for his wife. Aww. Or, in this case of the clip that went viral in May 2023, aggressively slam it. Yikes.
JLo's love may not cost a thing, but being married to her has a lot of rules.
JLo has some strict rules she follows in life, and some of them transfer over to her lovers. Let's look at some rules Jennifer Lopez made Ben Affleck follow in their marriage. No smoking allowed. The well-known meme of Ben Affleck smoking outside and appearing genuinely worn out by life is something we've all seen. Although it's no secret that Ben likes to smoke, there supposedly used to be a rigorous no smoking policy in the home.
Smoke-free zone. Here's hoping Ben sticks to this rule for both his health and Jen's.
JLo loves Ben, but she's sick of his filthy cigarettes, a 2022 OK magazine source stated. She didn't want to be a bother, so she initially put up with his smoking because it was his sole habit, but now she can't bear it. She detests cigarette smoke, and to make matters worse, she can smell it on his clothes. She would prefer that Ben not smoke at all, but he goes outdoors to smoke now, the insider revealed.
It was very much great and joyful and wonderful.
No female flight attendants. As a result of her ex-husband Mark Anthony's reported liaison with a flight attendant, Lopez reportedly forbids female flight attendants from working on her private aircraft, according to Fox News. Only 3 drinks when you go out. According to Cheat Sheet, there have been long-standing rumors that Lopez has a rigid only 3 drinks when we're out policy with each of her previous relationships. No cheating. Ben and Jen, like every other relationship, had no desire for cheating. They supposedly even came close to putting a contract in place to guard against cheating.
Another rule JLo has for her husband is no cheating.
The Daily Mail claims that after Ben supposedly spent the night with a woman, a no cheating condition was included to Affleck and Lopez's 2003 prenuptial agreement, which never went into force. A source told the publication the prenuptial agreement is to protect both their assets and says that if they do split, they can keep their own money, except if Ben cheats. What she does want is for Ben to give her some guarantee that he will never cheat again. He must get along with his ex.
One of the more encouraging rules, friends with Mark Anthony.
Both Lopez and Affleck had dated famous people in the past, but Hollywood Life claims that Affleck had to get along with Mark Anthony, Lopez's ex-husband, at any costs. Well, Lopez and the father of her twins are said to be quite close even after their 2014 divorce. This seems like a sensible guideline for blended families in general. He needs to be in charge of all relocation. It has been reported by The Marca that Ben Affleck handles all of their relocation-related decisions, including moving and house purchases, in order to maintain Lopez's happiness and contentment. While looking for a house might be very difficult, it seems even more weird to not divide the work equally. No more kids. It's said that as soon as they were back together, Lopez and Affleck agreed to stop having children. They do not want any new children. They are both past that part in their lives. JLo's connection with his kids makes Ben even more certain that this is fate. A source told Hollywood Life in 2022. They are focusing on raising them to be good adults now, and the party of 5 is enough for them. No big tips. Long accused of being impolite to waitstaff, Lopez even allegedly makes sure Affleck doesn't waste too much money, according to one employee. According to a now deleted TikTok video via Your Tango, a former employee of a casino told the story about how Lopez was stingy with her money, saying Lopez tells Affleck not to tip. He doesn't tip anymore, baby. You don't need to tell him nothing. He ain't doing it. Others claimed that if he did, she would steal the large tips from the employees in the service sector. The relationship between Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck was widely publicized from the start in 2001 till Lopez filed for divorce in August 2024. Many things have been said about their courtship and the rules they supposedly observed over the years. Lopez and Affleck first crossed paths on the set of Giggly in 2001, and they shortly started dating in 2002. Due to the media's attention to their romance, they got engaged and remained together till 2004. After getting back in touch in May 2021, they engaged in less than a year, and on July 16, 2022, they astonished everyone by eloping to Las Vegas. Following a 2-year marriage, there were rumors of a split in the spring of 2024. On August 20th, exactly 2 years after their grander second wedding in Georgia, Lopez filed for divorce formally. Their supposed marital rules reveal just how hard they tried to hold things together, and their PDA-filled red carpet moments and films that purportedly show them squabbling at events have demonstrated all the highs and lows of their doomed romance. Boundaries are crucial in any partnership or marriage, and Lopez and Affleck appear to have strong ones, but some of these alleged guidelines may have been overly stringent.
Are J-Lo and Ben seriously breaking up again? Ben Affleck spoke up about his marriage to J-Lo on Kevin Hart's Heart to Heart talk show. He said her level of fame is effing bananas.
People are like, hey, I like your movie. J-Lo!
And he doesn't enjoy the attention he gets from paparazzi and fans, which is probably why he looks so miserable in photos.
You take my picture, come out of a club, a premiere, whatever, my wife. But with my children, that's a different thing.
J-Lo and Ben have a long history. In the past, they were engaged, they broke up, they both dated other people, and then they reconnected 20 years later. So it's no doubt that they have some type of special bond. But is love enough? Are they incompatible? What do you guys think? Jen seems to thrive in the spotlight, where Ben seems like more of a low-key kind of dude.
I also don't like a lot of attention. This is why people see me and they're like, why is this dude always mad?
And he said the media had a huge part of their last breakup. They both have children from other marriages. Ben shares 3 kids with his ex-wife, Jennifer Garner, and J-Lo has twins with her ex, Mark Anthony. Apparently, Ben is still very close to his ex-wife Jennifer Garner, which J-Lo is not cool with. They spend time together for the kids, but according to a source, Ben also runs to Jennifer Garner for advice when him and J-Lo argue. Soul coach and YouTuber Cerise Fairfax had some intuitive input into this situation.
Well, here we go. Let's not say we are surprised, please. We have seen videos where J-Lo looks like she is making Mr. Ben Affleck very miserable. I think the reason why she's looking like she's making him miserable is because he's just miserable to begin with. You see, she took him back not because they had this deep desire and love. She took him back, in my opinion, because he was the man that got away. And we know Jennifer Lopez, Miss Leo, Miss Alpha, anything I want, I have to get. And when it came back around again, she was like, heck yeah, that's mine, I'm taking it. You know, without realizing that perhaps that was an unanswered prayer. We have to be thankful for those unanswered prayers. You know, any man that is curb material, like Ben Affleck, remember, Jennifer got him out of the curb garbage when Jennifer Garner kicked him out. Jennifer Garner said, no, Ben, we're not playing that, homie. And she kicked him out. Jennifer Lopez ran to that curb with her wedding dress on, picked Ben up and said, come on, I'll dust you off. But Ben was like, you know what? I can dust myself off. Let's just see what we got going on here and see if it was love from before. So they got swept up in this whirlwind romance, thinking that it was love, but it's looking more like it was lust, because now Ben is feeling like he's in the castle, but he's looking at Jennifer Lopez like she is a dripping faucet, always complaining, always putting him in his place, and always reminding him who she thinks the real star is. Oh well, at the end of the day, all we have to do is sit and wait for the chips to fall, because we know they are going to fall. And when that domino effect happens, a lot is going to flatten.
Just knowing Cerise personally and watching her videos, she has been so on point when it comes to predicting what happens with celebrity love. Guys, this looks like it's gonna be a disaster. When he was on the talk show, he spoke about instances when fans went crazy when seeing J-Lo. He said people love her and she really represents something important to people. He spoke about a fan that was running backwards while filming, screaming J-Lo.
She starts running backwards, filming, going, J-Lo! And then they're all tourists, whatever, just woof.
He said that he might come across as frustrated in paparazzi photos because he's a little shy and he doesn't like a lot of attention. He doesn't really touch on the state of their marriage in the interview, but it was filmed before we found out that they were living separately. Yep, Ben and Jennifer are not even living in the same house right now. Apparently Ben is renting an Airbnb for $100,000 a month away from his wife. And shortly after this came out, divorce rumors were flooding the internet. TMZ also reported that the couple is working with a realtor to try to sell their mansion. They're hoping to get around $65 million for it. Two sources told US Weekly that Jen and Ben are still working on their marriage and not separating. A third did confirm that they've been having issues and they are on completely different pages most of the time. And this is apparently stemming from their busy schedules. As outsiders looking in, it does not look good. But what marriage doesn't have issues? There's always going to be problems in every relationship, but if it didn't work out 20 years ago due to incompatibility, can it work now?
Life is full of regrets. I have a feeling Ben Affleck can relate. Let's check out some reasons Ben Affleck regrets marrying Jennifer Lopez.
It taught me not to do interviews.
And the vision that was planted.
We all know Ben and Jen's tumultuous relationship. They've been on and off, and for almost a year now, there have been breakup rumors surrounding them. Well, this may have been the straw that broke the camel's back. Stay with me while I paint you a picture. Beautiful people grinning and clinking glasses on a stunning summer's day in Italy with the craggy Amalfi Coast serving as the backdrop. The focal point of the gathering is an immaculately made up Jennifer Lopez. As she gets ready to take a sip of her drink, she gives the camera a knowing smile. This marked the introduction of JLo's own cocktail line, DeLola. Similar to other well-known Hollywood figures like Sarah Jessica Parker and George Clooney, JLo had aimed to create her own beverage line in order to increase the value of her business. Because her beverage business was one of the things that broke the camel's back, as a close friend of her husband Ben Affleck stated to DailyMail.com. It's also acknowledged that the beverage company was founded before they reconciled, and Ben knew about and encouraged the venture. They even go so far as to imply that in the midst of rumors that their marriage is finally over, it helped Ben, not Jen, decide to call it quits. Why did Ben find this prominent business venture so weird? Well, according to friends, he regarded his wife's sales of vodka and tequila odd because he was a recovering habitual drinker. After all, he had battled his habits for many years. He was reported to be confused when the label was originally introduced in the previous year. The fact that he thought her sole purpose for starting her drink brand was to make hard, cold cash just made him feel more conflicted. Since 2001, when he first sought help for his habitual drinking, Ben has gone to help several times. His marriage to Jennifer Garner ended as a result of his habits. Worse, JLo then embarked on a highly visible promotional tour, telling the press how much she enjoys drinking to relax and let loose. She even shared a photo of herself to promote the newest item in the line, showing herself relaxing on a sunbed while wearing a swimming outfit. Ben had to fight to get his life back after overcoming the drink. Ben's buddy said to the Mail. Knowing that he had lost everything, including his family's love, and that he would relapse, Jen made the decision to launch her own spritzer line in an attempt to get extra money. Jen and Ben, who featured in Oscar-winning films including Argo and Good Will Hunting, have reportedly already filed their divorce paperwork. They both understand that what they had earlier is no longer there. What appeared to be a moving story of rediscovered love for someone lost has come to a sad end. Before getting married, the couple separated in 2004 after becoming together in 2002 and getting engaged. Following his 2005 marriage to Jennifer Garner, Ben and Garner went on to have 3 kids before divorcing in 2015 and completing their legal separation 3 years later. JLo later wed singer-songwriter Mark Anthony, with whom she had twins which were 16 years old. 10 years passed during their marriage. After JLo's failed engagement to baseball player Alex Rodriguez in 2021, Ben and Jen reconciled, much to the pleasure of fans and the press around the globe. The next year, they were married in Las Vegas and had a second, more elaborate ceremony at Ben's plantation in Georgia, which was worth $9 million. The pair hasn't been spotted together months before the divorce became official though, with Ben declining to attend JLo's Bridgerton-themed 55th birthday celebration just recently. Rather, when the couple listed their $68 million Beverly Hills home for sale, he purchased a $20 million bachelor apartment in Los Angeles. But there were problems even last year in 2023. Ben saw JLo's April 2023 drink company launch, DeLola, as a warning indication that she preferred her profession over him. In 2024, their respective desires, his for a quiet existence and hers for unrestricted all-access exposure, came to a head. Even though he tried to give in to her demand for attention, their disparate views on their careers caused their marriage to falter. Ben was the one to pull the plug on their marriage here, a friend stated. He perceived this as picking right back up since Jennifer had led him to believe that she was the same person that she had been when they initially fell in love. Although he dislikes walking the red carpet with celebrities, he did it because she did. He could no longer handle her infatuation with fame. She had to be loved and captured on camera. He felt as though nothing remained sacred for him because she would reveal so much of herself to everyone. This was something she had to do. Her popularity had become an integral part of her identity. J-Lo's friends also report that she had altered her appearance and manner of dressing. She says that performing is more than just a profession to her and that she ultimately felt unable to give it up. Like with her previous 3 marriages, she made the decision to prioritize fame over him. In fact, it seemed like J-Lo was basing a large portion of her recent successful commercial production on their rekindled romance. Some even claimed that he was not exactly thrilled because her new album was all about him and he didn't even like her television program, This Is Me Now, A Love Story. That documentary, which featured Jen's account of her own road to love, was widely panned and failed to connect with viewers, costing millions of dollars. According to a person close to the pair, Ben was incensed. He didn't want her to do this at all. She asked him to invest in it and be involved in a project he was absolutely against. In the end, he was glad it flopped. It too destroyed their marriage. Ben didn't want their love story to be told, only she did. They lost £18 million and it ruined Ben's trust in her. Ben seeing her spread their love letters on a table for others to read as she did on screen infuriated him. This is when he knew that she put fame above love. Indeed, during the documentary, J-Lo showed a book to the camera saying, "This book is a book Ben gave me on our first Christmas back together. It is every letter and every mail that we wrote to each other from 20 years ago and today." She highlighted one note that read, "The Greatest Love Story Never Told" by Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, 2001 to 2010 and counting. But a friend of Ben's said he asked her to not do the documentary because he wanted to keep this stuff private and because it cost too much money, but she did it anyway. He asked her to pull back from doing red carpets and events so much and she wouldn't listen. She dragged him out anyways. It was never about him, it was always about her. The two appeared nervous at the launch of J-Lo's Netflix movie The Mother. She later revealed that they had clashed over her outfit choices, saying, "He'll joke with me sometimes. He'll say things like, 'Where's the rest of that shirt?' I'm like, 'Oh, this one doesn't have anything else.'" J-Lo abruptly announced to her followers that she was taking time off to be with her children, family, and close friends when she abruptly canceled her planned summer tour. Ben was later seen driving his son Samuel to basketball practice in Santa Monica with actress Jennifer Garner, his ex-wife. The following day, J-Lo showed up to watch Samuel play as well as give her husband an awkward-looking kiss. While his wife has continued to wear her wedding ring, Ben had been spotted recently without it. And then there was their Beverly Hills mansion. Ben, it appears, just thought the price was too high. Friends remark that J-Lo believed that her twins Em and Max, as well as Ben's children Violet, Finn, and Samuel, would be pleased with the house. Nope. Buying that massive house was another huge red flag, said one close to Ben. He didn't want that house because it cost a ridiculous amount of money. It never felt like home to him, and he cannot even believe that he moved into the home. She didn't want a marital home for them to grow old in. She wanted a massive structure that cost more than anyone else's home to flaunt her wealth and her marriage in. She thought that this would make everyone happy. They talked a lot about this. Things also seemed to be generated by a decline in her profession, which she battled so hard to achieve in following the documentary's failure, a source said. She became less popular, less people wanted to see her perform, and this made her irate, and she took it out on Ben. She started to realize her star power was fading, and he told her it was her own fault because she was overexposed. She took the fact that her documentary and album was a flop out on Ben because, as her husband, he was the closest one to her. He asked her to take a step back, and she didn't. He wasn't a huge fan of her new album being so centered around him, and she thought it was beautiful. Notwithstanding the intense feelings surrounding the highly publicized end of their parents' romance, sources indicate that their 5 children are eager to maintain communication. A source said it is hard on the kids, but in the end they are all pretty grown up. Enough grown up to be able to see that it was not working between their parents. The kids will be okay and will stay close. Becoming a family for a minute was fun, and this will always be special in their hearts. But J-Lo, who is 55 years old and has been married 4 times, is currently unmarried. Friends worry she ruins her romantic relationships. She knows she destroyed it all and was super apologetic, but it was too late. One said, "He tried for a couple weeks, giving her the benefit of the doubt, and even wore the wedding ring because she asked him to, so that they could get a little space from the hounding press, but he's done. He found his home and she's not living in it. She knows this, and now it is the time for them to both move on." Ben seems to be giving his divorced wife time to rebrand. J-Lo's friends claim that she altered her appearance and style of clothing. She's smiling in public and she's not acting all like a diva. Her social media is bright and happy, and she's speaking about her true feelings of being fragile. She's staying out of the spotlight and keeping her life private. Basically, Jennifer is now pretending to be the person that Ben thought she was all along. This made him fall in love with her, but he's not going to fall for it a 3rd time. 2 strikes, she's out. They are done.
Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck are taking some space Lopez amid continued rumors of marriage tension.
Were J-Lo and Ben Affleck just looking for clout through their relationship? Let's look into it. Yo, check this wild ride out. Word on the street is that Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck are totally vibing on different frequencies in their marriage, and rumor has it they're on the rocky road to Splitsville.
There are rumors going around that Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck are splitting up.
According to Us Weekly, the tea is hot. Jen and Ben are having serious issues in their marriage. Apparently, things started getting dicey a few months back when Jen cranked up the work commitments gearing up for her big tour. The on-the-floor superstar is deep in her hustle, laser focused on her This Is Me, Now, a Love Story world tour, kicking off in Orlando, Florida next month. An insider spills that these two are on two completely different pages most of the time.
It was the most toxic thing I have ever experienced.
Just recently, J-Lo, looking flawless at 54, was spotted house hunting in LA. But don't get it twisted, she's just hunting for some prime investment property. However, another source dropped a bombshell. Ben is living in a separate crib from his Let's Get Loud wifey. This isn't the first time they've faced rumors like these, and their fans are crossing their fingers that it's just another bump in the road. Despite their differences, the lovebirds have shown resilience before, and many are hopeful they'll work through their issues this time as well. It's been a whirlwind since their rekindled romance took the world by storm, and people can't help but root for them.
Getting back together, I said, listen, one of the things I don't want is a relationship on social media.
Hold up though, the A-list couple isn't ready to call it quits just yet. Another source chimed in, saying they're putting in the work to mend things. According to In Touch, Bennifer is diving into couples therapy. Ben believes in therapy to a point, and he's trying to be a good sport about participating with an open mind, even though he finds the whole thing kinda whack, says the insider.
You're gonna marry a boat captain, and you go, well, I don't like the water.
He's never going to judge the success of this marriage by what happens in the therapist's office. Ben's got a higher tolerance for drama and fighting for what he wants than the average dude. This source, who's been tight with the Argo star for over a decade, claims that everything is a fight between him and the pop diva. Reps for the power duo weren't available for comment, but the plot thickens. Recently, the Gone Girl actor was spotted rolling out of a Brentwood neighborhood, and TMZ reports he's been staying in a house nearby. Ben cruised in his black sports car, arm out the window, wedding ring gleaming. Word is, he's been posted up in the Brentwood crib, close to his ex, Jennifer Garner's pad, for the past week or so. J-Lo and Ben haven't been snapped together for the past 47 days. The Can't Get Enough singer rocked the 2024 Met Gala solo last week, while the Good Will Hunting star missed the A-list event because he's busy filming The Accountant 2. But get this, Ben made a surprise appearance at Tom Brady's Netflix roast on May 5th. J-Lo and Ben tied the knot back in July 2022. Before Bennifer 2.0, J-Lo was hitched to Mark Anthony, and they shared 16-year-old twins, Em and Max. Ben's got his trio, Violet, Serafina, and Samuel, with Garner. So what's the real deal with Bennifer? Are they gonna make it work, or is this the final chapter? Ben and J-Lo have had a rocky relationship, and I'm not just talking about their first one. Let's look at all the signs that J-Lo and Ben Affleck were doomed to fail.
Hey Ben, are there rumors about J-Lo true?
Yes, I believe Jennifer Lopez may be doing that.
On the inside of this ring right here, my engagement ring that he gave me.
Information surfaced that on August 20th, 2024, Jennifer filed for divorce from Ben at the Los Angeles County Superior Court. She stated that their date of separation was April 26th, 2024 in court filings. The couple, who got married in 2022, over 2 decades after becoming engaged for the first time, have long been the target of rumors and public curiosity about their relationship. Ben, for instance, gained notoriety 2023 after he famously slammed a car door on Jennifer. A few months later, Jen spoke candidly about the long-running debate over Ben's alleged sad Affleck image. But Jen and Ben's marital discussions have surfaced on a few occasions in 2024 alone. Although the reason for their breakup is unknown, here's a detailed timeline of all the indications that Ben and Jen were getting a divorce. The Greatest Love Story Never Told, J-Lo's eagerly anticipated documentary, was published on February 27th and provided a wealth of information about her and Ben's relationship. Ben was open about how he and Jen approached privacy privacy and popularity differently in the movie. He recalled saying to Jen, "Listen, one of the things I don't want is a relationship on social media when they started dating again. Then I started to realize that asking that wasn't really fair. It's similar to saying, well, I don't like the water, when you find out you're going to marry a boat captain." In addition, Ben called Jennifer and himself two people with different kinds of approaches, adding that they were trying to learn to compromise over their disagreements. Furthermore, at one point in the documentary, Ben was taken aback by Jennifer's casual sharing of his personal love letters with a group of her musicians in an attempt to motivate them. "I did really find the beauty and the poetry and the irony in the fact that it's the greatest love story never told. If you're making a record about it, that seems kind of like telling it," he said. J-Lo went to the 2024 Met Gala by herself, acting as one of the co-chairs. When fans realized that she and Ben hadn't been spotted together for more than a month, this gave rise to a ton of rumors that she and Ben had broken up. Ben's agent eventually revealed to E! News, though, that the actor was just preoccupied with filming The Accountant 2 in Los Angeles and didn't make it to the Met Gala. An insider claimed to Entertainment Tonight that Ben and Jen had their ups and downs and were not always on the same page, raising eyebrows about their relationship status. J-Lo was discovered in an Instagram post about relationships that same day. "You can't build a relationship with someone who is disconnected from themselves. We can't expect someone to see us when we can't even see them, when they can't even see themselves. Getting in a relationship is the easy part. Nurturing and fostering it is a different story. After all, love is not a feeling, it's action," the post read. Jen went alone to the LA premiere of her Netflix movie Atlas. More rumors of a divorce surfaced after a source said that Ben thought J-Lo had a hard time feeling satisfied the next day. A question concerning Jen's relationship with Ben was asked unexpectedly during an Atlas press appearance in Mexico. She said, "You know better than that," to the reporter who had asked the question. It was revealed a week later that Ben and Jen were no longer living together. J-Lo abruptly called off her tour in order to spend more time with her children, family, and close friends, as she wrote on her website. "Please know that I wouldn't do this if I didn't feel that it was absolutely necessary," is what she said. When June came, Jen was quick to share a cryptic message about negativity with readers of her newsletter. "It may seem like there's a lot of negativity out in the world right now, but don't let the voices of a few drown out that there is so much love out there," she wrote. A few days later, there were rumors that Ben and J-Lo were discreetly attempting to sell the $60 million estate they owned. And then Ben was spotted in Los Angeles without his wedding ring, while J-Lo had a solo trip to Italy. Reports surfaced a few days later claiming that Ben and Jennifer were leading separate lives and that Ben had moved out of their house completely. Fans with keen eyes saw that J-Lo surprisingly neglected to post about her and Ben's July 16th wedding anniversary. According to a source, Jen's celebrity status was not the only reason for deeper discussion in Ben and J-Lo's marriage. Notably, Ben was absent from Jen's lavish birthday celebration with a Bridgerton theme at the end of July 2024. A week or so later, rumors circulated that Ben had bought a $20 million house in Los Angeles. At the beginning of August 2024, Ben was once more seen not wearing his wedding band. Fans noted that J-Lo didn't post anything special on social media regarding Ben's birthday when it arrived. 2 years after their legal wedding ceremony in Georgia in 2022, Jennifer filed for divorce. Well, the split is official now, and we may have the reasons for it lying in plain view. This may be why Ben Affleck lost interest in his marriage with Jennifer Lopez.
No goodbye, no see you later, no nothing. Just left.
According to reports, Ben Affleck sold himself on being a changed man, but he was unable to stick with it when he was married to Jennifer Lopez. The couple, who started dating again in 2021, is believed to have broken up first due to public scrutiny surrounding their union. But when they got back together in 2021, things appeared to be going great.
We do our best. We do try our best.
However, a source told Page 6 that Lopez filed for divorce recently, saying they weren't happy even when they weren't in front of the cameras. Even though this was meant to be the happiest period of their lives, they hardly spoke to one another, and for a little period, he convinced her that he had undergone a transformation. They also claimed that Affleck, who has publicly been at odds with his sobriety, started craving more privacy, and he could no longer take Lopez's level of celebrity.
People are projecting something onto me that I don't feel about myself at all.
Lopez's representative declined to respond to DailyMail.com's request for comment. DailyMail.com has not received a response from Affleck's agents either yet. It's undeniable that Affleck's habits have caused some hardship for those who are close to him. In 2001, 2017, and 2018, he underwent 3 periods in a center to help him with his habits. On the most recent occasion, his first wife, Jennifer Garner, orchestrated an intervention and accompanied him there. Later, he embarrassed Jen Garner by admitting that he would drink a bottle of scotch and sleep on the couch to deal with his feelings of being stuck in the marriage while still trying to keep it together for their kids. He then explained in response to everyone's reaction to that comment that he was not at all blaming her for his habits. After rekindling their romance in 2021, Lopez and Affleck got married in July 2022 in Las Vegas. But now Jennifer has filed for divorce following months of constant rumors that their marriage was on the verge of dissolution.
Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck's second shot at love coming to an end.
According to legal documents obtained by DailyMail.com, she stated April 26, 2024 as the date of separation. Insiders have disclosed that the pair did not execute a prenuptial agreement before getting married. Ben had previously mentioned in J-Lo's documentary The Greatest Love Story Never Told that he wanted to keep their relationship private. The movie chronicled the creation of her most recent album, This Is Me Now, the majority of which drew inspiration from her relationship with Ben. Ben acknowledged in a scene in the film that he was taken aback to see her musicians going through his personal love letters, which J-Lo had handed them to peruse for ideas for her next record. Throughout his 13-year marriage to Garner, Ben preserved his contact with J-Lo. Later, he had the emails and letters collected into a book, which he gave to her upon their reunion in 2021. Things that are private, I always felt, are sacred and special because, in part, they're private, he said to the camera. When Variety asked Jennifer Lopez and Affleck if they would ever work together again on a film earlier this year, she responded, "Maybe in The Right Thing. I mean, we love working together and being together, so maybe," she added. Affleck was most recently spotted with his child Finn and ex-wife Garner, and as they were on their way back from dropping off their oldest kid, Violet, off at college. Jennifer Lopez filed for divorce a few hours later, and it matched up with their second wedding anniversary.
J-Lo is taking none of the blame when it comes to her divorce. She is fully putting things on Ben because of his behavior. This is according to a source. What did he do exactly? Let's dive in. Ben Affleck's unpredictable behavior was reportedly a major factor in his divorce from Jennifer Lopez, according to a report by People.
Listen, you do have a right. Don't do that. That's dangerous.
A source told the outlet Ben's often unpredictable and giant mood swings ultimately divided him and Jenny, leading her to file for divorce after 2 years of marriage.
For better or for worse, have followed my heart.
You could see the weird behavior and giant mood swings, the source told People, noting that his temperament would sometimes swing from being incredibly happy and warm, the best light that emanated from him, to the deepest, darkest behavior.
Happens that in this relationship right here, I'm the bull, you're the cow.
The truth is, there was a great deal of love, but also unfortunately what became clear were Ben's strange moods that he couldn't hide from the press as much as he tried to, the source continued.
We barely paid any attention to each other at all. Just like
The insider went on to speculate that Ben was signaling a message to the press. Around the time of their separation date, which J-Lo specified in her filing as of April 26, 2024, the former couple was allegedly trying to work through their stuff. However, it was to no avail. Jenny officially filed for divorce on August 20th, 2024, the second anniversary of their Georgia wedding ceremony.
It was a part of me then that I had to put away.
Guys, not only is his behavior what's causing the divorce, apparently he had a woman on the side the entire time, which is why he's renting a whole entire home away from Jenny, according to the source. Ben's new girl is Kit Kennedy. They were trying to work through it, but when the mood swings and the big highs and the big lows informed a behavior that was a lot, no one can help you. You have to help yourself, the source claimed. But I would not be so bold to say that there isn't love. Of course there is. The insider finished, the world was rooting for them, but who he said he was and who he turned out to be were two different people. The reps for the couple did not immediately respond to Page Six's request for comment. A Page Six source also detailed Affleck's darkness, stating Jenny was duped into the whirlwind romance before she truly learned who she married. She really believed this was the greatest love story she ever known, and she was finally getting her chance at a fairy tale, said one Hollywood source who knows the couple.
I'd never fallen out of love with you. I had just put it over here.
She just really didn't stop to consider who the actual man was in the fairy tale.
You know, it was like a tough one for me for whatever reason.
The source also spilled to him that the big love Jennifer believes in is not in Ben's DNA. Ben has a darkness to him that no other person can fix. His ex-wife, Jennifer Garner, couldn't fix it. All the success in the world couldn't fix it.
Benny, buddy, you want to talk? My line's always open, you know?
And nothing's wrong. I'm like, nothing. I'm listening to this thing. I start thinking something wrong.
Guys, Ben Affleck has been looking a bit rough around the edges. Let's check in and see why, shall we? Ben Affleck frequently appears dejected while out in Los Angeles and agitated while he attends red carpet events, giving the impression that he is not the happiest guy in Hollywood. Now that his marriage to Jennifer Lopez, which lasted less than 2 years, is allegedly in trouble, Ben Affleck seems especially glum.
I have no explanation for that.
However, this Ben, who gained notoriety more than 30 years ago with the 1992 film School Ties, has it all, including an estimated net worth of $150 million. Affleck is the recipient of 2 Academy Awards, one for directing Argo in 2013 and the other for penning Good Will Hunting in 1998.
And we thought, oh, you make movies, you win Oscars, that's how it goes.
The native of Cambridge, Massachusetts is so well known that he appears on magazine covers in high-profile films and in a significant Dunkin' Donuts ad. His immense riches from films like Batman v Superman allows him to rent a $100,000 per month mansion in Los Angeles. Additionally, he has been married to a number of stunning ladies, including Gwyneth Paltrow, Jennifer Garner, the mother of his 3 children, and J-Lo, his second wife.
Getting back together, I said, listen, one of the things I don't want is a relationship on social media.
It appears that nothing has made him really happy though, and 1,000 memes have been inspired by his sour attitude. Benny addressed his grumpiness during a conversation with Kevin Hart for an episode from season 4 of his show, Heart to Heart. In addition, Affleck talks about his expression when he's not smiling. He claims to be shy, which is an unlikely excuse given that he's been in front of the camera for 30 years. Ben said, "I'm also a little shy. I don't like a lot of attention. This is why people see me and they're like, why is this dude always mad? Because someone had their camera sticking in my face, and I'm like, okay, here we go." Then here comes Kevin Hart out of nowhere to tell him he has resting bench face. Ben responded by pretending he was angry. "I have resting hard face. People are projecting onto me something that I don't feel about myself at all.
People are projecting something onto me that I don't feel about myself at all."
Hart loses some points for not questioning Ben about why, if he doesn't enjoy attention, he stays in the entertainment industry. Ben, who also directs, doesn't intend to give up acting clearly, as The Accountant 2 is currently in production. This comes after a source informed DailyMail.com that J-Lo's primary grievance with her spouse is that he was constantly grumpy and negative, akin to Sesame Street's Oscar the Grouch or My Landlord. The insider claimed that people would be easier on her if they could see what she had truly endured. Ben is a great guy, but he can be grumpy and a downer. I think the world saw that in photos like when they were at the Grammys. He wouldn't smile. If they saw how it really was, they would not attack her, said the friend of Jennifer. He chain smokes and cusses and seems irritated a lot of the time. Great director and actor, but not a lot of laughs with him, you know, said the source. He is a wonderful father though, and J-Lo knows that too and doesn't want to give up. She is really not used to this kind of bad feedback, but she will get over it. She will march on, said the pal. Jennifer is a very smart and strong woman and she will bounce back. She always does. Regarding the current state of Jennifer and Ben's relationship, the insider stated that it is cordial. Not a great word to use. But what happened to the happy-go-lucky Ben who would publicly make out with Jennifer and smile at fans? The insider mentions Ben's career pressure. He is now filming Accountant 2, and the hours are really long. He is working hard at it, and it's a lot to juggle with marriage and kids, said the source, so sometimes he is not in the best mood. Ben thought back on his sad meme from the now famous photo of him melancholically gazing into space in 2022 while at a press junket for Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Even while Affleck found the memes created by the video amusing, he now worries more about the impact it had on his kids. The 8-year-old video, which has a somber soundtrack, features Affleck and Henry Cavill being informed that the film is receiving conflicting reviews. I remember when the movie first came out, I was shocked by how poor it was actually doing. I really wanted it to do well because I'm a nerd and the original comics were so good. But alas, Affleck looked down with a look of complete dismay as Cavill responded in a professional manner. After YouTuber Sab Conth included a collage of unfavorable headlines from review articles and Simon and Garfunkel's song The Sound of Silence, the video, which went viral overnight, quickly became a spoof. I got to a place where the public perception was so different from who I am that I just stopped reading and stopped caring. Ben told the Los Angeles Times in an interview about the meme and how he felt about it. He continued by expressing anxiety that it would have an impact on his children. But then, as my kids got older and started seeing the internet met themselves, that's the difficult part. Even the sad Affleck meme, that was funny to me. I mean, there's nobody who hasn't felt that way at a junket, he stated. But then my kids see it and I think, oh, are they gonna think their dad is fundamentally sad or they have to worry about me? That's really tough, Ben added. But he also thought back to his formative years and how this public identity didn't align with his private one. I think when I was young, people saw me as somebody who had too much or was successful too easily or looked like some kind of cavalier, insincere, callow frat guy, he said. That was nothing like how I felt. I felt like this sort of insecure, anxious, overly verbal kid from Boston who had tried to break into this business and was dealing with his own stuff. But there's an interesting thing about how we come off versus who we are, he revealed. So turns out we might not have the whole story when it comes to Ben. Maybe he's just misunderstood. Awkward moments are common for couples, but does this one cross the line from awkward to unwatchable? Let's see.
But I think right now it's just
when Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez got together in Santa Monica, California for his 12-year-old son Samuel's basketball game, they purposefully avoided any PDA in public. Rather, the pair was seen saying hello outside the YMCA, grinning and pursing their lips to one another. Additionally, they were observed strolling hand in hand without holding hands. The pair seemed to be in high spirits despite the notable absence of PDA, especially with the arrival of Affleck's mother, Ann Bolt. Jennifer Garner, the ex-wife of the Oscar winner, was also present at the athletic event. Following their visit to an LA flea market earlier in the day, J-Lo and her daughter Em got back together. The Waiting for Tonight singer did not appear particularly cheerful, according to an eyewitness who spoke with Page 6. As the two spent roughly 45 minutes shopping, the Atlas singer decided to cancel her This Is Me live summer tour in order to devote more time to her personal life.
This is where it brought me to.
She then had a packed day of family adventures. Live Nation revealed a statement on Friday stating Jennifer is taking time off to be with her children, family, and close friends. In her On the J-Lo email, Lopez also expressed her shock and sadness over the news, assuring supporters, "Please know that I wouldn't do this if I didn't feel that it was absolutely necessary." It's possible that the sudden change in her profession is connected to rumors that she and the Argo actor are about to be divorced. According to reports, Affleck has been living apart from his spouse while looking for a home in Los Angeles.
Ben Affleck moved out of the house that they shared.
In addition, after getting married in July 2022, a source revealed to Page 6 that he has come to his senses regarding the relationship. The source informed us if there was a way to divorce on grounds of temporary insanity, he would. He feels like the last 2 years were just a fever dream and he's come to his senses now and understands that there is just no way this is going to work, they added. The last time Lopez and Affleck were spotted together was on their way to his daughter Violet's graduation celebration. Presenting a cohesive image at the event, J-Lo later left the actor off at his rental home before heading out with her assistant. Rumors of a Bennifer 2.0 began to circulate. Following her breakup with Alex Rodriguez, J-Lo was seen out and about once again with Ben, which sparked rumors of a possible romance.
I wanted to capture this moment in time.
Things became more serious after the couple's Montana getaway. According to People, by May 13th, Jennifer was amenable to the notion of reconciling with Ben. Entertainment Tonight said that the couple was having fun together after getting back in touch after all these years. Jennifer's to-do list after getting back together is inform your friends about the news. J-Lo and Ben are very much a couple and have been telling friends that they're together, a source told ET. When they first reconnected, they had to see if the spark was still there because it had been a while. It was, so now they are both fully in it. Additionally, the couple had been focusing on the relationship. They talked about the past and why things didn't work out, the source said. They are both matured and are on the same page, and it has been easy. According to the insider, Jen and Ben have changed significantly as a pair. Jen is thrilled and has a lot of faith in Ben. Jen is attracted to Ben's more conventional and subdued morals, they said. She likes that she can go on dates and have fun. She also thinks that Ben is extremely smart and has a lot of great input. E! News notes that Jennifer made the hasty decision to move to Los Angeles with Ben in search of a new start. One realtor in Selling Sunset even volunteered to assist them in beginning their home search. Chriselle Staus said, "Jenny, call me if you need a realtor," in response to an Instagram post by J-Lo. Perhaps the enormous $40 million mansion won't stay deserted for long. The relocation appeared to be the couple's logical next step. A second source told Us Weekly they love being together and the weekends away that they have been spending together have really sealed the deal, the insider said. Friends say they can see them staying together forever this time around. They are soulmates and always have been.